Good morning. I'll share a few announcements here, and I'll let Maya share one after that. For some of you that may have experienced Billy when he came here before and done some of his sound work and drumming work, he goes in many different directions. He's coming back to do a drum circle the final Friday of May, and we'll have a sign up for that. Also, on the 12th, Sunday, after Dharma Talk, we'll have our potluck social get together. And so there's a nice little sign-up thing in case you'd like to tell us what you're going to bring. And Maya, I'll let you talk about the retreat.
Hi. We just finished up with a retreat with Rania Banks, and we have a health retreat coming up, and Amy can probably talk more about that. But I would like to just tell you that we have a Dharmacharya retreat coming up May 17th through the 22nd. And there will be some parts of this that will be open to us to come and sit in, and one of them is by Susmita. She'll be doing Explore Yanasoa Manasakara, a factor of stream entry and Buddhist economics in mindful systems change. There will also be 3 other teachers that are going to be coming, as well as Pannadipa and Pannawati will be teaching in the Dharmacharya retreat. And the master will be here. Yes, so you'll have an opportunity to meet with her as well. Do you want to say something more about that? Yes, Susmita is. Yes, I did. Did you want me to say anything else? No? Okay.
And we're going to... Yes.
So Master will be here, and she'll be teaching for 2 of the... she'll be teaching 3 times during the 5 days. Each set, I think, will be 2 hours. And anyone who's wanting any initiations in any Vajrayana practice would have to be in those, and you have to have a personal interview with her. So the rest of the time she'll be here, but she'll be doing one-on-one interviews. No worries, she's not going to quiz you about your knowledge of the Dharma.
Also, we could use a few helping hands after the Dharma talk today, because we're going to be, now that the weather's a little nicer, we're going to be transitioning back to the regular Dharma hall. And so the cushions and things, if you could help us move those back afterwards, that would be some kind of wonderful. Is there some other thing regarding that I need to throw in there, Amy? Okay, all right. Okay.
So...
Rise to the occasion.
Just kidding.
I thought you could elevate. Now, come on.
I'm working on that. Levitate.
Show us your stuff. It's okay.
They're ready. So we had a wonderful retreat this weekend in Charlottesville, Virginia. And we had 60 people in the retreat, and it was a Christian Buddhist retreat. And it's like really the first one, and it was like so rich for them. And we had a Q&A for about an hour and a half at the end of the retreat, and it was just it was truly wonderful. And we got 60 orders for our first CD. They want the soundtracks, so that because they want to bring music into their Sangha, and that was our first stab at it to see if this is useful to people. You know, you can't keep starting over. You have to continue on, and sometimes you bring your history. You always bring your history into the path, but you revisit it with a different understanding and a usefulness in your life. So I just wanted to let you all know that this is all good. It really is.
Yeah, let's go closer.
Y'all need to be on. We can get on again. Be where you can see
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Can you sing it with us?
May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
May the long time sun
May the long time sun
shine upon you.
shine upon you. All love surround you,
And the pure light
and the pure light within you
guide your way on.
guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Sunshine
Okay, thank you. Thank you. This dovetails right into the Dharma talk today. I was watching one of the news shows, and they were talking about the measles outbreak and the divisiveness between groups of citizens in this country not being able to agree on what should be done about it. And everybody has their opinion, and everybody's saying that the other person's opinion, the other group's opinion, is wrong and theirs is right, because theirs is backed by religion, backed by political righteousness. But I said, well, this would be a great exercise for the Sangha to see what's in their Dhamma that they are able to use to bring agreement and reconciliation to a huge problem. In other words, social engineering. And I started out by researching Christian Science, because I think this is the largest group, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sort of flying by the seat of my pants here. But I think that's the largest group that believes in no vaccinations. Is that right? Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to check with those that are knowledgeable. And I was going to dig into the history of that and to see what it was that motivated them, that is, the them that are calling themselves this group or that group. And I went into the Dhamma and I found what I feel is an appropriate discourse that fits right into the song about love and sun and guiding and it's here somewhere. Okay. This sutta starts out by having a group of Brahmin who heard that the Buddha and some of his disciples were traveling through their province. And they said that this person has a reputation of being fair and wise. And so let's go ask him how we should approach our lives that will guarantee a fortunate rebirth. Now I know everyone here doesn't care about that. Everyone here doesn't care about whether they're going to have a fortunate rebirth or not. I've been told that they don't care about, or they don't think about enlightenment, they just think about this life and what to do to make this life better. But you're going to die. And when you do, you'll have to face that question. And according to those who've had NDEs, you see yourself and you review your life. So how can we socially engineer our lives, our pathways, so that we will be good to ourselves and good to others and good to our families until we cross the next threshold. And what the Buddha taught these Brahmin, these people of the bamboo gate, was that all you have to do is keep it simple and follow the golden rule. If we could just get everybody to do unto others as they would have them do unto themselves, we would have a much more stable society and a much more agreeable society. Because what we know is that we don't want other people telling us what to do. And so if we don't want other people telling us what to do, that means we can't tell other people what to do, and it stops the whole thing right there. It blocks the whole conglomerate of information, the bombardment of information that says my way is better than your way. Now, if I don't want to hear that from you, then that means I can't give it to you. I can't pronounce it to you. I have to bite my tongue. Now, first of all, there are 7 subjects that are suggested by the Buddha to the Brahmin. And they involved actions or volitions or karma, like killing, stealing, lying, sensual misconduct. That means misconduct occurring out of any of the orifices. That malicious speech, harsh speech, we don't like. We don't like our friends divided from us by gossip. So that means that we are guided and contained by the same instruction to ourselves that we would give another person about what they like or what I like, and that I don't like you doing that to me or for me or to me or against me. Then I am required to give you that same respect. The golden rule. If you don't like it, don't do it to other people. If you don't like people telling you what to do with your family and your life, then don't do it to other people. And this will stop a lot of this. And this will generate more respect for the other. Now, we've been working with a Vajrayana meditation on bodhicitta, where it talks about giving ourselves up and putting the other person first. Respecting, loving, being responsible for the other. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Because we all suffer when there's violence and misunderstanding in the world. So, I am guided by and encouraged to contain myself when I think about myself first. That I want to get mine before you get yours. That I am better than you. That my way is better than your way. And they're all just a way. It's all just a path, as the song says, and it should be about love. It should be about hand-holding. This whole thing about life is simply about you and I holding hands and getting across the street safely. Not arguing, not fussing, not making you do it my way or your way. That's why we have no proselytizing in the Dharma. We just say, here's the Dharma. If it works for you, if it's good for you, if it sounds good to you, if you think it fits into your socialization, then use it. That's the gift. You don't have to, you just listen. Come in here. That's what the Buddha said, come in here. And if you can use it in your life, if you can put some spin to it that will make your life more peaceful and more loving, then it's yours. You don't have to qualify for it. You don't have to be born of a certain caste to use it. It says, hey, if it works in your life, if it brings peace and harmony to your life, if it causes you to be harmless in your relationship with others, here. If it brings discord, it's not for you at this time. If it brings unpeace, it's not for you at this time. If it causes you to disturb your neighbor, to hate your neighbor, to be violent toward your neighbor, it's not for you. The golden rule. Remember, before you do anything, before you get out of bed, pre-frame your day, pre-frame your volitions, your actions, your karma, by saying, how does this fit in the box? Can I shut the lid on the golden rule if I put this in my box? Can I use this today to make the world a better place, to make me a better being? There's just too much craziness. And somebody's got to make, everybody says, well, why do I have to do it? Why do I have to be the good one? Why do I have to behave? Why can't I just be crazy like everybody else? Well, the answer to that is somebody's got to. Somebody's got to. Somebody's got to just be who we were designed to be, so that others will say, well, gee, if they can do it, because I remember when I was a Christian, and they would always tell me what Christ did. And I said, yeah, that's easy for him. Look at who his father was. Man, you should see my father. So, but now we can demonstrate to the world, to this reality, that it was designed for, and it's about, relationship with Homo sapiens, with sentient beings, with all living things in nature. How do we treat all of them? Some of us treat our pets better than we treat our neighbors. Some are quick to rescue, to support a pet, a stray. When if they just looked out into the world to see what was happening on a daily basis, to the least of theirs, we would see that we're all mutts, we're all strays. Loving kindness, loving kindness, the golden rule. Social engineering, what's going to work? I think that will be the answer. But we've all got to agree that it'll be the best thing for each of us to do, or we won't do it. We'll just continue to do the same thing. So the first thing you got to do, in my opinion, is to ask yourself, does the golden rule make sense to me? And then can I fulfill it more than I drop the ball? Now, I don't expect everyone to be perfect on the first day. I really don't. It takes practice. It takes practice to get better, to be more skillful. That's what life is about. Life is about practicing how to treat ourselves and how to treat others. And the more we practice, the better we get at that, the better we get at loving. We know that every relationship we've ever had, when it ended, the next one was a little better. Because we've had the practice of trying to make it so. We learn some things about what not to do and what not to say and how not to behave. 7 things. Now, the first requirement on each of the 7 is obviously to make the distinction that says, I would not like this done to me by anyone else. That's the first question. Can I tolerate this? No, I don't want people to murder me. I don't want people to shoot me. I don't want that to happen. And then the second phase of that is telling others when their behavior is not up to par. Because that would be the same thing I would want them to do for me. If I think I'm doing everything correctly, I want somebody to say, hey, wait a minute, no, you're not. You can do that. You can do better than that. That's what our grandmothers used to tell us. You can do better than that. You've been taught better than that. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is to commend the person who is doing it better than that. To make sure we say to them, boy, that was a great thing you did today. You know, I was thinking about doing the same thing, but you didn't do it. You're thinking about it. So, abstaining from it ourselves, condemning it in others. Be careful with that word condemn, because all of a sudden that puts up a block. But you can't agree with it if you feel that it is harmful. Anything that is harmful to any sentient being is something that you should discourage the use of. Action, physical body, speech, and thought. The 3 volitions. You should condemn it. You know, one of the things that I was delighted to see in the movie The Green Book. And everybody who saw it, most of them thought that it was about 2 different cultures getting together and becoming friendly with each other and social to each other. But on the last scene of the movie, when his friend came to his house for dinner, and one of the relatives voiced a slur about the friend who was coming to dinner, and the man of the house said, don't call him that. That's what we're talking about when we say condemn. We're not tolerating the intolerable. Not letting it slide because they're my uncle or they're my cousin or they're my neighbor or they're my wife or they're my husband. But to be able to stand up and say, no, that's not right. That's what we're talking about by condemning. Not raising our voices, not yelling and screaming, but just saying, that's not right. Don't do that. Not here. Not in my home. Don't do that. And we will have a modification. We will have social engineering because all of us will be working very hard to make it better. And that's what it takes. It takes all of us. Because what we've got now is some of us. That's my Dharma for today. Thank you so much for the song. Mike, David, Panyawadi, Maya, and you. Yeah. So we appreciate that gift. And I promise that I will live out each day this week working on some part of what I can do to make that song a reality for people. Let the pure light within you guide you on your way. That's awesome. Thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for doing all you do for us. This is really coming together as a great community. Helping, making Amy's job easier. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'm sorry, what?
So when Maureen introduced this song, I said, oh my God, here comes Maureen with her woo-woo stuff. And I really wasn't down for it. You know, I want some heavyweight, heavy-duty Dharma stuff. But the song, I think, really helps us to deepen our volition, you know, because Pannadipa talks about practicing, and you have to want to. And it can be difficult to practice if there is a deep inner resistance to doing it. And I like this song because this song softens us in those kind of inner spaces. It's so simple that even a fool can understand it. And so I wanted to ask us if we would sing it again. I tried to get you to sing it with us when we were singing because the words are so easy. So I'm going to read them to you before each line. And I'm asking you to really try to take the song into your...
Thank you.
Into your heart. And I actually don't feel well today, but the reason I came was just for this song and wanting to support the choir, you know, because with so few of us that every voice is necessary. But that's that a good friend does what's hard to do and gives what's hard to give. And there's something about turning your life over to others in this kind of way that changes your whole view of life. And so the words are, you can start tinkling, may the long-time sun...
May I say something before
Yeah.
you get started? You'll notice that I don't sing with the choir. And I don't sing beside the choir.
And I don't ask you to sing
But
either
that's
because I've heard him.
She's heard me sing. I grew up in doo-wop. And none of my friends and buddies who would sing by the mailbox and pound on the box and sing their songs, those beautiful R&B songs, would let me join. because I couldn't stay on track. What do they call that? Pitch?
Don't keep.
Key? I just couldn't do it. If you were singing up here, I'd come up there. But somebody else, well, anyway, that's the point. So, so I just wanted to let you know that my contribution is not to sing. But I'm a cheerleader, though. Okay, thank you.
So this is a meta song. In other words, it's a loving kindness song, and it's talking about may love surround you. It's speaking of long life when they talk about the long time son. May you have long life, may love surround you, and acknowledging the pure light in each of us. And may the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. And so if we could just offer this loving kindness, this metta song to each other. May the long time sun, may the long time sun shine upon you.
Shine upon you.
All love surround you.
All love surround you.
And the pure light within you.
And the pure light within you.
Guide your way on.
Guide your way on. Guide your way on.
Guide your way on.
Guide your way on.
May the long time sun,
May
the long time sun shine upon you.
shine upon you.
All love surround you.
All love surround you.
And the pure light within you.
And the pure light
Within you. Guide your way on.
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 And one more time. May the long time sun, may the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. Surround you. And the pure light within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. One more time. May the long time sun shine upon you. All love surround you. And the pure light that's within you. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you.